we go. Let's go. What?
First time reader show. Let's go. Let's go. First time reader show. It's a leaf cast between.
Stick it in your butt and Brother Dan's keeping the pride alive. And welcome to the Leafcast. We're a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. How many fucking times do I have to tell you? How about 204 times? That's right. This is our 204th episode. We are doing chapters 7 through 10 of Memory of Light. And my brother Dan is not only an ally, he is a frequent participant.
You know, Ryan, I was thinking June. Oh, it's not enough. June and July, baby, it's Pride. Let's go.
Yeah, July is the new Pride.
4th of July. I mean, fireworks. Isn't that the most gay thing ever? Isn't fireworks just super gay?
I've never I've never thought about that, Dan. Like literally I've never put two and two together.
Guys,
if you're
hey
guys, if, in chat, if you are part of the LGBT community, tell me or tell us, are fireworks gay?
Yeah,
How gay are they? I mean, we don't know. We're not, but like we're, curious. We're fireworks curious. At least. Holy shit, Dan.
Hi.
This is the way.
Yes, indeed.
How is life? I just want to vamp. I want to chat. I want to in Spanish. It's charlar.
Chalar?
¿Cómo estás? Let's charlar and let's chat. Let's chat it up a little bit. How's life?
Oh, fine. We had guests over last weekend. We're having guests over this weekend. We are the Wayfarer's Rest, Ryan.
Brother Dan, where does Dan leave you in between shows?
Where does what? Right on the right over there, like right in that corner.
Are you like face up or face down?
I'm generally ass up, face down.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Ryan I'm strewn about. Like after the show, I could be face down on the table. I have a whole pile of me's over there. Old me. Oh, like they're just like, it's a human lump pile. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, I have this shirt that I could just throw on at any time. Come on, my shirt and ties right here.
Well, that's our branding.
It's the bread and butter right there.
No, that's the branding. I'm committed to the branding. I like every year at my fucking review, they're like, yes, you wear your uniform. And I get more of a raise than you do. They're like constantly talking to you about the fact that you're wearing yellow dresses. Where's yellow? Where? Yeah, where?
I'm a challenge.
Where? This just no. I understand. Like, but then you threaten them with the fucking like discrimination lawsuits, and then they back down.
Yeah, I'm like, you didn't let my dog come to work with me, so don't make me press buttons. Happy Pride, guys.
Yeah. Keeping the pride alive. You do know it's July 2nd, right?
Ryan, I told you. June and July.
Guys, again, the world is literally falling into a hellhole. Thank you for joining us. We hope this is just like, oh, I feel it right here. Right there, dude. Right there. The love.
Yeah, we knew things were gonna be weird, and guess what, guys? Things are weird. But Ryan,
all right,
I feel
I
the
know.
love too.
You know what? All I got to do is I open up my YouTube metrics and I look at all our viewership numbers and I just start yakking it. And it fucking nothing better than like, oh, Dad, did we say we're like 1461, Dan, in subs?
No,
like
1460. It dropped.
Fuck.
And
all right,
and one of them are Santa. I had Santa. I said, all right, if you're gonna stay at my house, you gotta at least subscribe to my YouTube channel.
And then he dropped us?
I don't know if he dropped us, but someone did.
Okay. Fucking Santa?
Anywho.
Santa? What? He probably made us. He probably made us.
His minion of tiny elves.
All right, what the fuck are you guys all doing? What's life like? What are you drinking? What are you smoking? Let's chat.
Ryan, you bought fireworks for the very first time, did you not?
I did. Okay, so let's talk about it. So I was like, I'm gonna go on a healthy walk, and then I realized there's a fireworks stand within walking distance from my house. So
of course there is.
So I know, right? Because that's where I live. And then some people have Whole Foods within a radius of their homes. I have fireworks stands, which is so funny because they say don't smoke and shit all over the sun. They spackled all over the don't smoke. But it's like, fucker, you built this shit in plywood. Like, this thing is the most combustible thing there is on Earth. You just built, holy shit, talk about the Three Pigs. That is going first. Your fucking whole getup right here, where you're don't smoke. Well, fuck you. You're going up in flames.
You're going up in flames.
Anyway, so that was observation number one. Observation number two is they were very nice. And I was like, I've never bought fireworks. And they were happy to just tell me everything I needed to know. Okay. And one thing I learned is fireworks are fucking hella expensive. Holy shit.
The cool stuff is,
bro, my neighbor who does fireworks for 3 hours on July 4th, I now understand that's $1,000 worth of shit. They're just, I had no idea. There's $100 for one of these fucking things. 100. Anyways, so I bought some morning what are those bloomers?
So hold on, they were $100, and you only get fountains. You don't get things that fly up into the air.
No, but everyone in my neighborhood is doing that though, and I don't I even asked them. I was like, "Hey, where do you get the good stuff?" And they're like, Go. Dad, are you liking my physical comedy?
Yeah, I was look at this. Ryan, you do look like a narc. If you're hey fellas, where can I get some illegal fireworks? You're like, oh, I don't know, man. Look at you.
Yeah, I know.
If I shut up, I'm all, hey guys. They're like, they would offer them to me. They're like, hey, Brother Dan, do you want some illegal fireworks? Do you want some
Brother
mortars?
Dan, that's so fun. Dan, that's so fucking funny. I walked up and said, this is the first time I've ever bought fireworks. What's the most narky thing I could do? Besides being like, I don't know one thing about fireworks. Holy shit. All right, yeah. I need to come up with a new gambit.
Did you say, these are pretty gay?
No, I did not. But speaking of
fireworks,
gay,
they explode into brilliance. They're contained in a little box, but once you light them, Ryan, they are glorious.
All right, Dan. So by those standards, you're saying you're putting out there that Bela's gay.
If Yeah, if Bella knows what's good for her, No, I think Bella just doesn't discriminate. I think Bella her line tends to deviate at times, right?
Bella's pan.
Bella is fluid with her attractions, I believe.
Human and horse.
Mm-hmm. And wolf.
And unicorn.
Hopper!
All right, let's fucking bring him in. That might be the worst thing you've ever fucking... Dan, stop it. You can't keep it up for that long. Yeah, you're dying out. You're dying out. Oh, he passed out. We lost him. And she...
Hi, sweets.
Unmute. If you could start. Oh, there she is. Oh man, I'm a sucker for.
Bring this up a bit. Oop.
Hey, I'm a sucker for Damon glasses, Dan.
Ryan, should we have ChatGPT do a Bella Hopper like erotic like a adult novel?
Can you do it and then read it?
Yeah.
What?
All right, I think that sounds good. Oh, you missed it. This is probably the best 15 minutes.
No, I've been listening. Oh no, I've been listening.
Oh yeah, no, right, and you saw the magic. You saw the magic. Like everyone who's not here is fucking gonna die an early death. Which I don't know if you knew about that.
That's a horrible thing to say, right? You can't say that.
No, but everyone who's here is golden. Like you're good. I saw it in the Corinthian cycle. It's like the true Warriors fans. Like the Warriors games start and the first rows aren't filled up because they're all fucking mingling, grabbing dick up there, getting like fancy drinks. But no. You guys here in chat that I'm looking at right now, fucking solid. Again. Here we go. Boom. Solid. Got you. I got you. You got us. Okay, should I what?
No.
All right. Neither one of you gonna yes and this. All right, I'm gonna just. Hey, Dan, you want to start the?
Yeah, you see what happens when I'm distracted 1 minute from the show, Ryan.
Honestly, derailed.
Oh, you do the ChatGPT? All right, don't let me focus on Kay. Kay, how are you doing?
Doing fine. Thank you so much.
All right, so Kay has some very loud opinions about these chapters. Very much where I'm in, as a man, I'm just so in the middle of things. I'm always in the middle of something. You know that, right? That's our goal as men, to be always in the middle of something. And then she comes in and she's just like, fucking fight you, fuck this, fucking this, and fucking that, and fucking this. And then she'll leave. And also she'll come and be like, I told you, fucking fight you is the best. They give her all these fucking shit. And then she leaves and she comes back and it's so great. It's so great.
That's pretty
It's so great. But, but I'm always in the middle of something. You know what I'm talking about? You know, Dan.
Oh, yeah, I'm just interrupting.
Dan.
Many tasks.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more.
Thank you. Look at this.
What?
Let me get behind my ear there.
No,
I'm really, my dexterity is like impressing myself.
I know.
I do have the ChatGPT's reply.
All right, well, you know what? I think Joshy Poo, I think he'll either love it or our fans will love watching him roll his eyes to it. Let's bring in Josh. Joshy Poo. He will make you homemade ramen with curry sauce. He will make you homemade DMT. That didn't rhyme. There he is.
Hi, Josh.
How are you all?
Idaho. If I was any better, I'd be you, my friend.
Uh-huh.
Nice one.
Cannot look at this screen.
So I asked ChatGPT and it said, I can't create explicit or erotic content involving animals, even in a fictitious or humorous context. So I said, all right, do what you can. All right, here's I said, but add some sexy innuendos if you can. So it's called The Stable of Forbidden Dreams.
The stable.
The stable.
The sun dipped low over the two rivers, casting a golden glow over the fields and stables. Inside, the air was thick with tension. Hopper, the enigmatic wolf with a past full of dreams and destiny, stood at the entrance of the stable, his amber eyes scanning the shadows. And then she stepped out. Bela. Chestnut mane rippling like a banner in the breeze, hooves gleaming with the luster of 1,000 grooming brushes. Yeah. She whinnied with quiet strength and a hit of something more primal. You shouldn't be here, she said with a toss of her head, her voice a thunderous silence only wolves could hear. And yet, Hopper growled, stepping forward with the smooth confidence of a creature who has leapt between dream and reality. Here I am, drawn by the scent of hay and destiny. Their eyes locked.
This is the wolf.
Sparks. Or maybe it was just lightning in the distance, nature itself responding to this forbidden tension. You're not like the other stallions, Bela whispered. What? That's because I'm not one, Hopper replied, his tail swishing slowly. But I can run with the herd or lead the pack, whichever suits your pace. A low nicker escaped Bella's throat. You move fast. Nicker. Hopper's voice dropped to a husky growl. Only when the chase is worth it. Outside, the wind growled through the branches like a gleeman's flute, and inside the stable, things got unbridled.
Unbridled. That's pretty
What
awesome.
was that?
That was ChatGPT talking about a love scene between Hopper and Bela.
It's like, would you like a sequel chapter? Maybe, quote, Moonlight and Withers?
Bela!
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay. That's hilarious. Like, seriously, like, it's not only impressive, like, it's fucking, like, okay.
It's funny.
I know.
I have chapter 2. We will get to chapter 2 during this, but let's get to chapter 7, though, first. Hello, Kay. Hello, Josh. Thank you guys for being here. Dan. And thanks, everyone, for being here. We're here every Wednesday. We are ad-free now to make the experience better for you. Thank you to our Patreons and our YouTube members for making this possible. We're going through the book, and we only have, like, I don't even know how many weeks. I think like 15 weeks left. So, guys, we are riding to Tarmageddon. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 7 is called
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay, you can hear me, but my visual is super frozen. So, okay, I'm just going to work with that. Go ahead. Continue. I'm here audibly for the moment.
Okay.
Chapter 7 is called Into the Thick of It. It has a tree with like a moon background. It's not a pretty tree. It's like a dead tree. Ish. And it's Elaine. Elaine is
It's a great tree. Isn't it a great tree?
I'm not sure. I guess it is. Is it? But is this like, do we get this icon for all like the steadings?
I don't think so. I don't think we've seen this one before because these trees are new.
Well, that makes sense then. Elaine walks out of her pavilion and into like a strand of these awesome trees. They're called parents. Like I've seen great trees like this before inside Stedding.
Yeah.
And the Shinarian Lord people were like, "Oh, we saw them grow. It took 5 minutes for it to become nothing to a great tree." Elaine's like, "Well, maps. I'm busy. I need some maps. Lord Brian, bring me some maps." And they start looking at maps. They figure out that there are 4 areas that they're going to have to attack, right?
Right.
There is Kandor, or at least that edge of the borderlands over there. There's Camelin, which is actively burning and has Trollocs there. There's the Gap that our boy Lan is taking care of over here. And then Rand's going to need an army when he decides to go to Shiogul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, Elaine, you figure it out. She's like, all right, Perrin, I need you to just deal with all like logistics and stuff. You do that for me. But they decide they do triage more or less on the battle, right? And they're like, all right, Lan's holding off. We sent him reinforcements.
My colors changed?
What's that?
Yes, your color is changing, but
okay. What's going on with my video is so weird. So sorry, Dan. Continue.
That's okay. That's okay.
It looks fine. It looks better. It looked good. All right. It looked fine.
Okay.
All right.
So sorry.
No, it's fine. So they
cool.
kind of they end up divvying it up, right? They're like, okay, we need to stop Andor. We need to send most of our forces to Andor. We're gonna send some more to all the Aes Sedai are gonna go to Kandor. They're going to try to stop that flow from going from Kandor to Arafel.
Right. Yeah.
The Borderlanders are still going to they're helping Lan. They're going to send him some more things. But right now, those two are just stopgaps. Everything is on Andor. And Rand, he doesn't need an army yet.
He's like, oh, okay.
But here's I wish, Ryan, so I don't know. I'm going to go on a tiny tangent here. If I can.
Okay, wait. All right, well, let me set the mood.
Okay.
We're going to set the mood.
A tiny tangent.
All right.
So all right, so thank you. I don't.
Hey, wait, real quick. In case I say, what chapter are we on?
Chapter 7.
All right. Now go.
All right, so I don't bring the Amazon series into this show very often. That's more a Sunday show, but it states right here when they're talking about the Waygate in Camelin.
Right.
And Perrin it says, I don't know if we can take the Waygate bat or even destroy it. And Algamar says, what if we tried from the other side? Elaine says, the other side? You mean from inside the ways? And Perrin's like, I don't think that taking the Waygate from the other side would work.
That's a good idea.
From what I understand, we couldn't destroy it even with the one power. And if we couldn't hold it inside, not with the Black Wind in there. And so the death of Loyal again it shouldn't have happened. All right, pull me back.
No, don't, Dan, that was powerful. I'm like,
that was
powerful. That was powerful.
It's right there. It's right there. You can't destroy from the inside.
You cannot.
Okay.
But also, that's just one person's interpretation of their experience.
But the wheel turned. I know.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but it is. I mean, that's the unreliable narrator shit. Like, that's what.
Are you saying according to the show?
I'm not defending the show, but I'm also saying, like, you know, like that plan might have worked, but one guy is like, yeah, I went there once and it won't work. But like, what the fuck? Perrin, you're the least magical of these fuckers. Like, why would you know whether it would work or not? You have no idea about the magic, right? Like, you're nothing magical. But I'm sorry.
He is the only one who's been in there, though. Like, in that whole tent, he's like, well, I walk the ways. And the ways
I know, but
I walk the ways and the
I walk the ways.
I left my memories in the dark and fog. It's like,
dark and what? Dark and fog?
Yeah. The Martian chin had come.
The Martian.
Yeah. All the bad deeds I've done are gone.
All those little whispers in my stupid head.
You're not helping. I thought they would help. They're not.
Back. So yeah, they're talking about the Waygate. They're like, yeah. So let's just talk about their plan, their overall plan.
Okay.
We have 4 great generals.
4 fronts.
Look at 4.
Yeah.
4 great generals. 4 battlefronts.
Yep.
Is this pattern destined?
Yes.
Okay. They say 4 of us, 4 battlefronts. We each take 1.
Each take 1.
With Queen Elaine coordinating among us. And so Agamar says, I'll go to the Mount Kiri. White Tower's going to Kandor with Bashir. Bashir's like, yeah, I'll go. I don't care. Iturralde is going to Shio Ghul. Are we all cool with that plan? Do we think this is like neat?
Seems reasonable.
Okay. The IEO, there was a little thing about the IEO because the IEO were like, well, we'll go with Rand to Shio Ghul. And Elaine's like, no, this isn't what Rand wants. And you guys signed the it says here, you yourselves insisted on signing the Dragon's Peace. You yourselves insisted that you be part of our coalition. I expect you to live up to your word. You will do as you're told. And Ruark says, I have toe. And she's like, well, meet it by listening.
So great. All right. So is that great or
or offensive?
Or yeah. Or is that like what you would like sound like on like a cotton field in the South on a plantation?
What?
I know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Too soon, right?
I don't think I know. I don't think I know. Yeah.
Too soon. Yeah. I'm sorry. If you're traumatized in a plantation, I take it back.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, Elaine, hours later,
walks away. Yeah.
She walks away. She quote, she nodded to those rulers who passed her, giving farewells. Do you think she nodded to any like soldier? She was like, there's my queen.
No
way. No, because she has her eyes just set. She's just set. All right, so I have 2 Taishars, Ryan.
Nice.
You got what? What's that, Dan?
2 Taishars.
All right, let's do them, and then I gotta go help the kids.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll do them quick. Ha ha ha. Yes, Bryn said. I like it. Taishar. All right, next one.
Nice one.
Thank you. Here we go. Climax, then fade. Taishar.
Dan, before you go, do the starred comment. Do you know how to find those?
Yeah, no, I can find it. Let me. Okay. All right. They were towering, healthy, huge.
Yeah.
Taishar.
Indeed.
All right. Amazing. I'll be right back.
Healthy and huge. Nice.
We had mentioned it a little bit last week.
Oops, sorry.
I had mentioned, hey, the Ogier weren't here, but
Ogier,
Josh, you'd read ahead.
mhm.
You're like, yeah, they are. And guess what? You were right.
Yeah, they are.
I guess Perrin went and got him, but they are just tripping on the trees.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
I guess they saw this happen because they're like, men always cut down trees. Men don't just make
I've
them.
never seen them grow them.
But they're just singing on them. They're just hugging him and singing on him. Oh.
So cool.
All right, I'll do my own Taishar. I can do it. Here's another one. It washed over her, enveloped her, vibrated through her.
Wow. Nice.
Taishar. I'm sorry if anyone got pregnant from my recitation.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what page are you guys on?
We are on 195.
195. 197.
Oh, okay. I went past. Badass.
And the Ogier, Elder
Oh,
Haman. He says, I'm Haman, son of Dal, son of Morel. And Elaine's like, cool, whatever.
3,000 will help. They're like, no, girl, all.
Yeah, we all come. They're like the Proud Boys.
They all
We're
show
gonna
up.
one. Yeah, every one of us who can hold an axe or long knife. And she's like, awesome. She's like, I will put you to good use.
Mhm.
Perrin went and got him. It seems. Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
But Perrin didn't know that Loyal's married.
So cool.
He's like,
Why didn't you tell me how good it was?
he's all,
So cute.
check out my smoke show of a wife.
He's
So
like,
she's
"I
so hot.
actually like
She
you,
sings,
Bert."
dude. My wife sings so fucking good, Perrin.
I know, it's so cute.
My-
That is. I love it so much. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Horrible Ogier loving marriage the way he does.
But Elaine, of course, cuts it off. It says, quote, I'm pleased for you, Loyal. Elaine cut in. Ogier could talk quite long on tangents if one was not careful. Blah! Oh, gosh. Does Robert Jordan like Elaine? I'm sorry. Does Brandon Sanderson?
Not as much as Robert Jordan did, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, why do you say that? That's interesting.
It just certain things that she.
The way
Yeah,
she
I don't
shows up.
know.
Like
I
she's
mean, I
gotten
don't know.
worse. You feel like she got worse when Sanderson took over?
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
I can see
What you
it.
guys think? Do you think that he does?
I don't
Are they-
know.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't really thought he didn't. I just thought
Pregnant
I don't
Elaine
know.
was already getting the downtrodden treatment.
Yeah,
So
she's just a bizarre character.
She-
She's like that woman, you know, that like kind of overemphasizes her pregnancy, and her pregnancy overshadows everything else in every room. Every conversation is, you know, dictated by her pregnancy. She's always stroking her belly, looking at her man lovingly because he, you know, had the power to plant his seed inside of her. So, I know it's biology.
Yeah.
but some women, you know, it's just a lot.
I mean, but we are also seeing women of power, and through their lens of seeing things through that lens of power, right? We have Egwene who sees Barrelane with Galad, and she's like, oh, bitchin'. That's all. She sees Swan with Gareth, and she's like, yeah, he's with us all. Like, can they be helped in doing this in this time? I mean, do we blame them for being kind of bitchy but based on the responsibility that they have?
Oh, not bitchy.
Yeah.
And that's not what that's not what I think my problem is with her. Like Elaine specifically, I just think that she reminds me of one of those, of a couple of people that I've met before, crossed my path that are like really just over consuming with their pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit much.
Well, the
Josh does it.
I do.
Thank you.
So she's like, all right, cool. I have Ogier, and just ignores them and goes to parent. She's like, hey, parent, I need you to find out what every city, how much food they have and how many people we have and how much arms. I need you to do that. And he's like, yeah, that's rad, but I can't. I need to be with Rand. She's like, how dare you? He's like, no, seriously. Like he'll die if I'm not there. Fael's like, I'll do it.
Fael steps up.
And she's like, oh, that's so sweet of you, Fael.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Fael to the rescue, because the man can't hack it.
Yeah, I don't know if I you know what? I don't know. This is a task. It's Horn of Valir. Yeah, got it. I trust my wife more than I trust you, Elaine. She's like, well, okay, fine. Go get the horn. Or we'll get the horn. Okay. We'll give it to you. You hide it.
Leave it through.
Done.
Amazing. The amount of responsibility bestowed on Fael in this whole situation is like, I mean, I called it, like Ryan said. You know? But
well, is this parent saying, "Hey, can you get her out of my hair for 10 minutes so I can just go do my thing?" Hey, do you mind? Oh, you know what? You should act. Fael would be perfect for this, wouldn't you, Fael? Don't you? You always wanted to travel to Tyr, didn't you? Yeah, that'd be great.
You know who hasn't been to Tyr in a while?
Bring a couple Faels with you, and you guys, spend like 4 or 5 days there. Go to a spa.
Yep.
You little you time.
All right. So anything else about this point of view before we switch to land? Because I have a couple tie shards, and I wish Ryan were here because he's going to eat one of them.
Oh, no.
All right. I'm going to jump into it. It's land's point of view, and I am boom.
Tie sharing it.
Yeah, and in fact, I kind of want the music. So give me a second here.
Oh, nice.
Is it this? Yep. Found it. All right. I'm gonna do the basic one, the low hanging fruit one, and then I'll do the one Ryan hates. Yeah. Okay. To the south, I will come. Sure. All right, here's the one. Land grunted, guiding Mandy.
Oh my gosh.
Tashar.
Boo! Boo!
What, boo?
Boo!
Boo? All right.
No.
Interesting.
I'll find it. Where's the no? Is this the no? No, that's not it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, are we on page 197 yet?
8.
198.
You didn't like
all
that?
Right.
Land grunted, guiding Mandy.
Okay,
Mandy.
I have one for you. Mandy. Guiding Mandy. All right, I have one for you. How about this? Then blow it themselves.
All right. Where is it? Drink. Right. Oh, how dare you? I can truly say that I yawned right after those 2 attempts.
That's so mean, Glenn. That's
That was really
next
mean.
Level.
Yeah.
that was really mean. Yep.
What do you got?
Mhm.
What do you
You get up here
guiding
and
some?
try it,
Hey,
but
are you
you're
grunting and
proving
guiding your
something.
own Mandy?
Mandy.
See, you
Yeah,
know what I
Glenn.
mean. You know what I mean. All right, Lan.
Yawned.
Lan is on the battlefront. Boolin. Boolin.
Ooh.
Boolin. Watch it now. Boolin is his man, and he tells him, "Yep, 4 battlefronts, 4 generals. We're getting. Looks like we're getting. Who are we getting? Agamar.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna have to hold on, and that's what we're doing. Kandor's fucked, but the White Tower is gonna be protecting him.
Agomar.
Let's see. There's a little bit of poetry that said that Lan recognizes. It's like, was that Anuasai or Writing Wood? They're like, what? You know Anuasai?
So cool. I love that section.
And he gives a little speech. His speech is like, why do we mourn? He says, quote, this war is not a thing to mourn. Yeah. Others may have been lax, but we have not been. We are prepared, and so this is a time of glory. Let there be laughter. Let there be joy. Let us cheer the fallen and drink to our forefathers who taught us well. If you die on the morrow, awaiting your rebirth, be proud. The last battle is upon us, and we are ready.
And we are ready.
It's very positive.
He's like, yep, we fight together. This is what we do. He says, if men are foolish enough to put me in charge of them, I'll send them about theirs as well. Let's go. And that's how the chapter ends.
Yep.
Is there anything about this? We do get the battle plans, and we see that shit is going down.
It
like
is.
The attack is happening. The Gap, Kandor, Andor. Really? Kandor and Andor?
Andor, and Shiogu.
Honestly. Thank you. This is my problem. Exactly. In a nutshell.
We'll just kind of go through. We'll just keep going. Chapter 8 is called That Smoldering City, and it's a Lane point of view. And she's writing her Moon Shadow. Do you like Moon Shadow as a name, Kay?
Moon Shadow is great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Josh, you give it out of 10. 1 out of 10. What is it?
9.
9 for Okay, what do you give it?
Yeah, it's a solid. I'll second that. 9.
Okay. She's like, all right, I want to go and check out Camelin. And Camelin is kind of fucked, but not super fucked, right? There's holes in the walls. You can see that there was burning, but the Trollocs actually start putting out the fires. They're like, all right, we're going to hole up here. We don't know if they're going to hole up here, like form a camp. We're not entirely sure what the shadows side is, but they don't want Camelin to burn.
Nobody does.
It says that there's tens of thousands, but probably not hundreds of thousands of Trollocs. She's somewhere there with some. What's that?
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. Which is pretty vast, you know. More than 1 million, but less than 1 million. Perrin has his forces with him, but not like all of them, but most of them. She is Bashir, his Legion of the Dragon.
As long as we're being ambiguous about numbers. Not all of them, but some of them.
Here's another thing. So do you find this disturbing? Okay, and I'll ask you first. This is quote. She's talking about Bashir. He's a bow-legged man with a thick mustache, right? But it says, quote, he is first in line for the throne, Elaine reminded herself. Working with him would offer opportunities to further secure her ties to Saldea. She still liked the idea of seeing one of her children on that throne. Should we be troubled by this?
Thoughts of a queen.
Huh? What'd you say, Josh?
Thoughts of a queen.
Thoughts of the queen?
Yeah. Of a queen. I mean,
yeah.
Isn't that what you do? Marry off your children and put them on other thrones?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, that's just the way that, that kind of works in a monarchy, right?
Well, no, I guess, but to be like, I mean, Saldea isn't like right next door to Andor. Right. It's way up there. And she's like, ooh, these little opportunists in my belly right now. I don't know. She already has Kyrian and Andor.
I mean,
she's now looking to like throw one of her kids up into Saldea. This seems.
I mean, I haven't been born yet. It's a little soon.
I mean, she's basically just reifying what we already thought about the other nobles, right?
Yeah. I guess, but it's not. This isn't charismatic, though. I mean, is this Sanderson just being realistic, or is he kind of being mean? I mean, because I see it as like, this is not flattering
for her to be that way. You think?
Yeah. I think it's kind of just, I don't know, like, what did he? Yeah, I don't know why he had to like write so much about Elaine's character in that way. Like, it does kind of seem like he has it out for her, I guess.
Right.
It's really, it's like really paid attention to, like, all the shitty things that she kind of thinks about. Well, shitty according to you. I don't know if I feel like they're shitty. I feel like they're kind of, I don't know, maybe just like the way that he thought that
a queen who took the throne young would think, who's pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like Brandon Sanderson trying to be in this girl's shoes, kind of thing, which he can't do very well.
Yep. Okay. I do have another Taishar real fast. Gosh darn it! I'll just do a quick one. Knuckling his must.
No, Dan, his must. His must.
Taishar.
His stash.
You pictured it, didn't you, Kay?
Oh no! All I wanted was for it to be like musk.
He knuckled his must. So she has plans. Talmanes is like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yes." Don't ever ask me again. It's done, and then Bashir says, "Hey, listen. Why are you not
like claiming on everyone?"
So, what do you think? What do you think about this? She eventually tells Brigitte,
everyone,
yes, tell them that they are fighting for
the dragon
fetus.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she sees that their backs are straighter and their heads are higher in her eyes. Is this any thoughts on that?
Not particularly.
Okay. She says that Rand's children will be targets, and he's like, yeah.
Duh.
He's like, they probably already are targets. You know, you are the queen.
They're also targets, yeah.
And you're already trying to put them on Saldea. I mean, Saldeans, they wear knives around their necks to stab their husbands. And Elaine thinks, man.
Yeah.
Young ones try to impress me with every stunt that comes out of their full heads. The old ones assume every young woman is in need of a lecture.
This just feels like, again, very young-minded thinking. Yeah. You know, just like a very young person's brain that hasn't had the babies yet, or been through any of that shit.
Right.
So you just wait, Elaine.
You just wait. You're a parent.
So Elaine's friends have been putting just oil and pitch in all the basements of the city, and she's like, burn them. They send gateways in to burn them, and soon the city is like burning, like truly burning. It says, yep. As they watch the capitals burn, Trollocs started pouring out from the gates, driven from the fires. We get Androl POV.
All right.
Androl just remember, previously
just got buried.
He got buried alive, but they got dug out. They are still underground in Thames, like secret underground secret.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Yeah, they're just turning people left and right, more or less.
Apparently, the weaker and less you fight back, the easier it is to do. Right.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Logain has not been turned yet, but they're trying.
Right. Really hard.
And then they let them rest, and they just go, well, we need numbers. Let's get the easy ones. So turn them. Logain is just not in a good shape.
Yeah.
Evan, poor Evan, gets turned. He's like, you know what, guys? It ain't that bad. To be honest, it's kind of cool. What the Black Tower should be combined. This is right. We have
the power of groupthink.
Mm-hmm. Pavara and Androl are communicating really well now in their brains.
Their brains.
Is this sort of communication similar to Hopper communicating with Perrin, or is Hopper's just way different? Is she sending words? Is she like?
I think it's like a thought. Like I think it feels like an understanding of his thought. Like
right.
In a specific way, but like, yeah.
And they would just have that thought, and they're like, okay, that's her thought.
As opposed to like, to like, the Perrin and Hopper send images, right? So it feels more like a visual thing that they're sending to from visual field to visual field.
I do like
images.
I like the idea that Perrin and Hopper and all the wolves are bonded or whatever, to one another. It's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
That they're warder bonded, basically, to one another.
It's hard not to think that they're just words being like spoken in his head.
In their brains, yeah.
Right, like a voice, especially when she's like, she says, you said that when you were among the sea folk, they jumped off cliffs to prove their bravery. The higher the cliff, the braver the jumper. Which cliff did you choose? Like, how would you communicate that unless it was like a voice? But I'm not sure if it is. I mean, I don't know.
It is. I mean, I think they are sending words now. You're right. I mean, they're talking about the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I think it's very specific. Yeah, no, you're right. They've got to be sending some of these in a language that they can understand. It seems impossible to be able to just like send an essence of the thought without specifics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that. So Evan is like, I feel, you know what? I feel great. There's no more fear, no more worry. We shouldn't have been fighting all this time. We are the Black Tower. We need to work together. Besides the whole turning against your will and the screams that he was doing in the process, I mean, it sounds jovial. It sounds like what you want. Is this like somewhat of a lobotomization where they're just like, oh, okay, it just took away all that anxiety and now just
lobotomized.
There are.
It's interesting that they know that they're turned.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
It's not like compulsion in that sense, where people who are compulsed don't know that they are.
Mm-hmm. He says, well, that was certainly not as bad as I assumed it would be, Andrew. Yeah. So they have awareness, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. Evan says that, yeah, Andrew, they're going to kill you. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. You're an embarrassment. You don't channel. It says, I think I can convince them that you're worth turning instead. You'll thank me eventually. He's like, oh, Jesus. And that's it with that chapter. Let's.
Well, this is really bizarre. Like that they're still like aware of this whole thing happening. I guess I didn't realize that they were so aware.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you suppose happens? Like, is it just like their true selves like get locked into a little box in their brain, and it's this other self that kind of like has to take over, or just following orders, or what?
It's a good question.
Right. I mean, so we know the term turning. They all know that this is happening now. Josh and Kate, to both your point, this was at one point like somewhat secret, right? It wasn't like so out there where there's just 13 Miradors having coffee in between. They go turn someone, and then they're all sitting in the break room, and he's like, I can see him. And then they're like, Evan, can we see you in the office for a minute, buddy?
Buddy,
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, yeah. I don't think they're going to turn you. They're going to kill you. Like, the secrecy seems to have just disappeared.
Yeah.
What percentage of the Black Tower has been turned or are dark friends?
Seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot. But there's no reason for the secrecy anymore. Like, it's go time, Like, it feels like there's no reason. Yeah, just for anybody to hold any of those things. Like, let's just get as many people as we can quickly. We got to do this. Like, things are happening. We got to go.
Right.
I'm imagining 13 Murderer doing TPS reports.
Fucking paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah, the dark one's like, can we just put this all in one expense report? Can't they just use it one company credit card? They're all traveling at the same place.
Honestly, I thought our jobs were totally something else, not involving math. Why?
Let us jump to chapter 9. Chapter 9 is called To Die Well. It is a heron marked blade sword, and it is Lan's point of view. Lan's like, oh shit, it's already noon. He hears a horn or something, sees something burning. He's been battling for 2 days. 2 days of grueling battle, it says.
More than he should too.
He's like, God, I'm super tired, but yeah, no, I got to lead. He's like, ain't that right, Bulin? And Bulin just like slides from his saddle.
Boom.
It says, quote, Bulin had covered the wound by putting his coat on over his armor. Lan hadn't seen him hit, nor had he seen the man covering up his wound, and he was dead. He picks up his corpse, throws it over his shoulder, ties it onto his horse, gives him the traditional peace out. Quote, may you shelter in the palm of the Creator's hand, and may the last embrace of the mother welcome you home.
He didn't just pour one out and go, word to your mother.
Yeah, he pours one out, and he's like, and he yells to everyone out. He's like, I will not mourn. Mourning is for those who regret, and I do not regret what we do here. Bulan could not have died a better death. I do not cry for him. I cheer. Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
He's like, hey, did any of you see Baka? Baka fall? Chaka Baka Khan. Baka Khan. Anyone see Baka fall? The guy with the crossbow, he took out 3 Trollocs on his way down. They're like, I remember you, Balak. You died well. They're like, oh, how about Rhaegon? Rhaegon with the grip so tight. He died too. He was awesome. He took out dozens of them. They're all just like, oh, yeah, what about when Craigle took out that Fade? Fuck yeah. By the time they get back to camp, they're all laughing and just like, dude, our friends are awesome. And yeah, we cheer them, man. He took away all negative emotions, which is probably one of the best little forms of leadership that could have happened right then, right? Totally. I mean, to me, it's something that only a leader could do. You if someone says, hey, don't cry, you little girl, what do you want, a Barbie? What do you want to suck your mama's titty? But my wife just walked by saying, what? I did. No, this was a leader who was like, hey guys, do you remember who saw that one badass? And they're like, oh yeah, we all saw badasses, and we're gonna throw this into the pile. And by the time we're done, look at all these sweet, like super awesome people who like died the way you're supposed to die. I mean, it's called to die well.
To die well.
Yeah, I do not cry for him. I cheer.
Borderlanders, man, right?
Yeah. So he says, hey, I need you to do me a favor to Narishma, I think it was. He's like, hey, this is my friend, Bulan. Can we put him somewhere cold? It says, we will want a proper resting place for the noble fallen. Until then, I will not have him burned or left to rot. He was the first Malkiri to return to Malkir's king. And the rest of them was like, yeah, North Pole, you got it. Boom, send him there. But Land's like, this is not tenable. I can do it for this guy and this guy only. So
right,
we're gonna figure something out. But he takes his Hadori, wraps it around his sword.
Puts it on his sword. Yeah, it's cool.
Said you died well, and every person he kills, Bulan's gonna be right there in his hand,
right next to him.
There's a little earthquake, and the cracks of the earth get weird. So within the pattern balance, what is the earth going through right now? Rand's walking around growing trees,
right?
Parting skies, grass.
Out of the prison,
Is the opposite? Is the opposite of that like cracking rocks? And I mean, we know that the land was dying, but is this the land dying? The rock face itself starting to disintegrate, like like one of the Dark One's seals on his prison?
It does seem Dark One-esque to me.
It does,
right? Like something profoundly wrong with the crack.
Mm-hmm.
They're like black inside when they crack. Yeah.
He looks at him and says, they seem to be cracks into nothingness. They drew the light in, sucked it away. It was as if he was looking at fractures in the nature of reality itself.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
And he thinks that. He goes, it is not men alone who grow tired. The mother is weakening, he thinks.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know yet. What do you think, Josh? Or is he there? No. Okay. I honestly don't know. Yeah, what I thought about this. I did think about it though when I heard him say that, and I was like, oh fuck. So, gosh, I just don't know what it means.
It's just, I mean, there's gnarly shit going on.
Yeah.
That this is, I mean, when you're sick, you see symptoms, right? And so I guess the Earth is caught in this.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
The planet is sick.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Do you think that this is because of the Dark One seals being broken?
Maybe. It's a good guess.
Okay.
And Rand says later, the stronger the Dark One gets, the more effect I have around me.
He has also on reality, right? Yeah.
It's an and which is an interesting. We'll get into it there, but that's
balance of power. Yeah.
Right.
All of those years.
So Lan is talking to Algamar, and Algamar's like, "Hey, listen, we can last, for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna have to retreat." And Lan's like, "Look at my hard planes and angles on my face. Does it look like I retreat?" He's like,
"Is this
don't
be someone who retreats?"
He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were so selfish." Lan's like, I'm gonna kick your dick into the dirt. And he's like, no, you are selfish because listen, he said, you came to throw your life away from Valkyrie. That in itself is noble. However, with the last battle upon us, it's also stupid. We need you. Men will die because of your stubbornness. Okay.
We need you. Yeah, that's interesting.
And he's like, listen, we are a stopgap. We are not supposed to win here. We're speed bumps and obstacles right now. He says, you made me commanding general of the field. That is my advice to you. It won't be today, but perhaps for another week. Mm-hmm. But we will need to fall back. And he's like, God damn it. He says, then he would have to abandon Valkyrie again. Or Valkyrie again. And do what had to be done. Do what had to be done.
Eventually.
Duty heavier than a mountain.
Yep.
Egwin point of view.
Egwin.
So we get a little idea of what's going on. It says she's gathered her forces gathered at the southern end of the field of Marilor. They're going to Kandor once Elaine's forces had been dispatched to Camelin. Rand's armies had not yet entered Thakandar, but instead moved to staging areas to the northern part of the field where supplies could be assembled more easily. He claimed the time wasn't quite right for his assault. The light said he was making progress with the Shanshan. Hi, Rand.
Hello.
What is he waiting for? He says the time isn't right. Is it the Shanshan? Is it something else?
I think the Shanshan, but yeah. Hard to know.
Okay. So Egwin is walking. There's huge gateways, huge. They're moving like armies are moving through gateways.
Right. How huge are they?
Their waist size is blank. The soldiers make way for the Armerlin, of course. And it says it was time for her to cross. What? Anyways.
A little full of herself. Just a bit.
She just got married, guys, last night.
Yeah.
So did they honeymoon? Or have a wedding night? Do you think they boned?
Yeah, definitely.
You think?
Yeah.
They consummate? Oh, wait, Elaine and Rand?
No, Gawain and Egwin.
Oh, Gawain and Egwin?
Yeah. After their wedding?
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't they, Dan?
I assume they did, yeah.
Because, well, it says he was her husband now. The marriage had been performed by Silviana in a simple ceremony the night before. Still felt odd to know that Egwene had authorized her own wedding. When you were the highest authority, what else could you do?
Yep.
So I don't know, man. With all this battle planning, I doubt it. I think it was just something they checked off a list.
They had 2 minutes to, slip into the corner of the castle somewhere, the White Tower somewhere, and bend her over. I don't know,
I mean, they can at least make gateways to find some privacy.
Gateway sex. Nice.
Gateway sex. No, oh my gosh! You imagine gateway sex, where like you could be one person's like in a hot tub and one person's like on a snow mountain.
Yep.
No, it's a classic. They had sex on the printer, and the printer makes like a facsimile of like you see dick and balls.
Now you're just bringing your own fantasy into it, huh?
I'm a known facts perv. You're right. I love any
you just
black
always
and white,
wanted to have sex on a copier.
grainy. Yeah. Oh man. Damn, what movie is that from? Is there a movie where that happens?
Yeah, it's
so many
Titanic. No, Forrest Gump.
Titanic. Forrest Gump? No.
It doesn't happen.
No, you're just pulling my
healthy leg.
No, Goonies.
This detachable leg.
Goonies.
Fuck off.
Goonies? Was it in Goonies?
No, he's making shit up. No, he's being a dick right now.
So here's part of the reason I mentioned I don't think they boned, right? Okay. So Silviana married them in a simple ceremony, it was called. And then we hear, quote, Silviana rode up beside Egwene opposite Gawain. She spared him only a glare. Those two really would have to stop snapping at one another. It was growing tiresome before kissing Egwene's ring, mother. So he got married by someone who he doesn't even like. I mean, this whole thing is just...
Wait. What does that have to do with whether they fucked or not?
Well, because, Ryan...
come on.
You don't like the person that marries you. How could you possibly consummate the thing?
Do you think prison sex is based on whether you like the judge who sentenced you or not?
It's a very confusing thing.
Yeah, look at that great point. I know.
But if that judge was like also your wife's like best friend or like co-worker, like
no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, really
what if your wife was the judge's bailiff, Ryan? That
who's cucking who?
Your wife is the judge's bailiff. Elaine wants a stationary hospital, and she's like, good idea. Do it, as the emperor would say. Do it. They're like, yeah, maybe the first of Mayene will give us a sweet place. Like, yes, do it. She goes with Gawain. They go talk to Egyanin, aka Leowyn the Shipless.
Uh-huh.
What?
Leowyn the Shipless.
So Egwene tells her that Nynaeve says you're marginally trustworthy. And she's like, no, I failed in regards to the bracelets. And then she throws down a fat oath. By the light and my hope for salvation and rebirth, I vow to serve you and to protect you, Amerlin, ruler of the White Tower. By the crystal throne and the blood of the Empress, I bind myself to you to do as commanded in all things, And to put your life before my own. Under the light may be so. And she's like, what do you know about that?
Yeah. Hey, bro, Dan, it's hard to be lesbian in Shanshan.
I assume Bale Doman's like, oh, I do be saying the same thing. I do be. Whatever she do be, I'm right there too.
Lesbian and Shanshan? Is that what you
Lesbian Shanshan.
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's so hard. She had to come over to the other side and like bend the knee and then say all this crazy shit, which is just like sub shit. She just like, please, like,
are we on
have your way with me. Have your way with me.
They do be scissoring.
All right, that's a fucking shirt right there.
They do be scissoring.
They do be scissoring.
Dooby do.
Oh my gosh, that's what page are we on?
220.
I'm looking at 216 and I feel like that's not
221.
Right. Oh, 220 and 221. I have so many tie shards.
Oh, do them.
Okay, now I have 3.
Are you ready?
Yes. Oh, hello.
Here we go. Yeah, sexy.
Right.
Sexy.
She sighed, nodded, and let him enter first.
All right, wait. Okay, well let's break that one down a little bit.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
So first amongst what?
What?
Let him enter first. First amongst who's second?
Use your imagination, baby. Maybe
right,
she's gonna enter
this sounds like a train game. Like this sounds like
it might be. You just right. Like the mind boggles.
I give you 2 thumbs up.
Okay, I have another one. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have 2 more.
All right, here we go. Assume the position. Yeah.
Okay, well, can't even now. Hold on. I hate you guys.
Come on it.
Immediately, he rose to her knees and performed a graceful bow, forehead touching the tent floor. That was not what was good.
You could have just stopped at performed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, I went too far. Okay, last one. All right.
so unlike you, K-Size and I, to go too far. Really You're always so understated in everything you do.
Concise. I know. Shut up. Okay. Last one. They did not argue, though his withdrawal was slow.
Yes!
I almost didn't get through it. God, I got tears coming down my eyes.
Oh, that's so great. I like it a lot. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Dan.
Oh, and
Wait. No. Stop. There we go.
All right. Well, this is just simple. Egwene said, Gawain, I have something I want to do.
Yes. Taishar. No, we honor all Taishars. Oh, wait, I think there's one in chat I need to do, but...
So Egwene's like, all right, Lilwyn, I need all the tea. Give me all the tea on the Shang-Chi.
There are too many L's in that name. Lilwyn. I don't like it.
They do be into movies. All right. Fucking A.
It jumps to a Rand point of view, and Rand's in his tent. He's using flame this time. Last time we saw him in a tent, he was like, I'm just going to use golden bowls that I float because I want to just use the power for mundane things instead of weaponry. But now he has a flame, and he's staring at the flame. He's like, is the flame alive? Is the flame? What is alive? You can smother it. It feeds up things.
Oh my god! I wrote that down.
He's like, whoa. He took some more tobacco. He's like, whoa. So if the flame is like alive, can like an idea be alive?
I swear to God, I want to slap this man.
A world without the dark one. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. You can smother a fire. So does that mean that it's alive?
Turns out he wasn't even in his tent. He was creeping. He was in Elaine's tent.
Disappointed.
Elaine walks in. She's like, this is a concealed carry state. I almost fucking shot you in a stand your ground situation, Rand. He's like, shrug. He's like, I had to see you before, and she's like, you saw me in the field of Marilor. It's like, well, okay. she's like, I'm sorry. I'm happy to see you, but what the fuck? She says, quote, I'm just trying to get into my head how you fit into all of this, how we fit into all of this. He's like, I don't know. I never figured that out. Yep. He finds out that he has twins. That he's like, yeah.
This is a big moment.
Granddad.
This is a big moment. I love this.
Those are my children in your belly. This is something he didn't really consider, I don't think.
Yeah, in case I said, did he run around saying, let's go?
He was passing out cigars. So you see that hot piece of ass? I fucked her. Here, take cigars here.
Like every reality star ever when they get engaged.
I've been a daddy so many times, but now I'm gonna be a real daddy.
Let's go. And then he's like, is it a boy or a girl? She's like, well, Brigitte made a cake. And we're going to cut that cake. And it's whatever color is in the cake will be the color of our twins.
And it's
purple. So let me get a tiny bit deep here. So Kay, you are Rand.
No. Okay, why?
Okay. And you so it says here, quote, children, his children. He closed his eyes, breathing in, enjoying the thought he would never know them. He would leave them fatherless before they were even born. But then Janduin had left Rand fatherless, and he had turned out all right. If you were Rand, would you want to know what's like their genders? Would you want to know like what they were being named? Would you want to know these things before you die?
Nothing. I am of the opinion ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's why she's never seen my dick.
That would be. I think that
she's never. It's all smoke and mirrors, Dan. It's all sleight of hand.
And I told you so many times that lambskin condoms do not actually mean wool.
No, it's more like, oh, what's that behind you? Yeah, it's all. Yes.
Made you like.
Oh my god.
Rand
the fact that you guys finish each other's jokes like that.
That was
epic. Nice job.
She says you're going to be a fine father, and he's like, Elaine. She's like, don't fucking say it. He's like, okay, but I've accepted it. I wish you would too. She's like, well, I'm a monarch, and a monarch must have hope. All right. Okay, sorry. That made me barf a little.
This just in.
Uh-oh.
Famous broadcaster and commentator Brother Dan got sick by the very notion of Elaine being a monarch.
Listen, I didn't get sick. It's fake news. It's fake news, I tell you.
All right, roll back the tape. And there's clear evidence that said Brother Dan did said vomit over said Elaine joke.
Fake news.
Well,
all right. Hey, back to you, Case Nice and I in the mother jet.
I'm downwind of Brother Dan at the moment, and it's getting rather heavy in here.
All right, Brother Dan, how do you feel about this? You've been vomiting all over. This she's our network. She's sleeping with the boss. She's our #1 prime slot head. You just vomited on the best.
You know what? I have been leading HR for the last 30 years. If you read the contract, vomit is included in it. You just got to read the fine print. You will be vomited on at one point.
Well, I've seen a lot of things from this angle in the teeny tiny committee down here, but being downwind of that asshole's vomit, I never really thought that was going to happen.
In the weather, we have the humidity has risen because of all the vomit lately. It's around 85% now. Back to you.
All right, it's raining cats and dogs. All right.
And for sports, the Mets played today.
Okay. Oh my God! Literally, you went for a Mets joke?
Man.
That's like the lowest hanging fruit of modern sports humor, Dan. Jesus Christ! Name one Mets player. Name one Mets player.
Gary Carter.
I don't know.
From like 1983?
No, one current player.
Oh, right. Miguel Sepulveda.
All right, you're probably right.
I don't know.
All right.
I just made that up.
That's probably accurate.
What? Miguel Sepulveda?
Nobody can name any of them.
How sick would that be if that was actually correct? Oh, we're okay. There we go.
I think it's all about it sounding correct.
This episode is maybe my favorite.
Miguel Sepulveda. Shy. No, I got a real one.
Oh, shit.
Be hard. So hard. In driving. Shy.
What is that?
What?
Okay. No, hey, I mean, that was... I'm hard. I'm so hard.
Yeah. Elaine and Rand talk. Oh, what?
Oh, I have one.
Oh, right. This just in. Oh, right. This just in.
She's like, bitch, I got one. All right, here we go.
All right. Wait. He turned, settling his fingers on and taking her in. Tasha.
Yes. All right. Wow. I love like the camera work.
The camera work, yeah, it was a little.
The pregnant pauses, like so much. The random Russian voice.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. It's like you have like that. I'm gonna name that voice Natasha or Nastasia. Nastasia.
Well said. All right, okay.
Okay. Wait. Is that the last name? Dan. Nastasia. Well said. That's a great name.
Okay. Rate this dinner. We have a food.
Oh,
one is barf, 10 is delicious. Dinner, broth and wild boar.
Well, Brother Dan, being a vegetarian, recently turned back from eating meat back to not eating meat again, I would give that meal a solid 0. Thank you so much. Back to you, puppet, in the studio.
Boy, I'll tell you, you're never bored with Case and Ice and I.
Oh, yeah.
You're never wild bored.
You're never wild bored. Wild bored.
Wild bored.
She's a lonely girl.
Wild bored.
Wild bored. Wild bored.
All right. But Rand's hanging with Elaine, and it's like a cool dinner. She said, tonight I will have a quiet dinner with the man I love. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. They have dinner of broth and wild boar. Wild boar.
Wild boar.
And he feels connected. He's like, with Elaine, he could speak of politics and of the burden of rule. She understood. She truly did. Said their connection held. In fact, it felt even stronger, even though they've been gone. So he's down with his ladies. He's like, yeah, this whole thing sucks though. I wish it didn't have to happen. All their deaths bum me out.
Yeah.
He said he tried to break me and he failed. And she said, is that what happened the day atop Dragon Mount? And he hadn't spoken of it like at all.
He never spoke. Okay, so I find so I'm getting a little emotional. This scene kills me. I love this scene. I love all of this. This whole night with Rand and Elaine, I think is so fucking perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so great, so respectful, so much respect and love and admiration flowing back and forth. They say amazing things to each other. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, he says, I wanted to be hard, so hard, and driving myself so I risked losing the ability to care. That was wrong. For me to win, I must care. That, unfortunately, means I must allow myself pain at their death.
Where does he say I want to be hard so many times?
225. Near the bottom. Be hard. So hard.
Fitting.
And she says, and you remember Luce Theron now? And he says, I am him. I always was. I remember
him,
now.
Yeah.
And she says, what an advantage. He's like,
I love this. She breathes out, eyes widening.
Uh-huh.
You are him.
What an advantage. So let me ask you, what if could in this situation, could it just be like, it's not me, Elaine. Luz really is into little feet. It's not. No. I've never. No. It was never me. It was always Luz who really kind of got off on little feet.
No.
Could you use that excuse? Could you be like? I mean, you can't say, "Hey, did you fart?" And you go, "No, that was Luz." If you were Lord Luke, you could be like, "That wasn't me. That was Isam."
It's like an imaginary friend at that point. If he's gonna have a foot fetish, but Rand doesn't, then he might as well fart in the room and get blamed for the farts at least.
I wish Josh was here because I do have so this makes me think like the Luke Isam.
Such a disappointment.
No, I want his, because I want him to guide my thought on this. So the Luke Isam, they are two that are one is the lose Rand thing. Is that this fundamentally the same but less toxic? Could Rand and Luz have ended up like Luke and Isam? Or is it just different?
Different. My thought is that Luke and Isam, they change their whole visual, who they are physically changes also from realm to realm or whatever you want to call it, right? World to world.
Yeah.
So like completely different. They're not, it's not a predecessor of the same person, right? Like we have with Luz Theron, it's the same person in the same time, and
they're like
but just a different
twins.
person in each realm.
Okay.
And I still can't make that didn't make any sense because it doesn't make sense. But that's the difference.
And one of those people looks a lot like Lan.
Yeah. He's probably a Malchiori fucking Lord or whatever. What are they?
I know. No.
Wait.
You pretty much just summed up.
I know. This is episode 204. We are drawing short. No, that's what Dan said, but
yeah.
But blame someone for the farts. All right.
I mean, for an inclination, you'd be like, "No, it's not me. It's him." He likes thongs.
That's what Lightbody's saying. Rand has a great built-in mechanism for spousal problems. Babe, that wasn't me. That was Luz.
Yeah. Luz really likes women's underwear, wearing it around the house. I don't know. I just thought I'd let him have fun.
Well, if you're a good wife, you should just let them do that anyway.
I was just letting him have fun. You know what, by the way, guys, he's good. Wear women's underwear if you want.
Wear women's
underwear. Fuck yeah.
No shame.
Do it.
Elaine's tea goes bad. Rand's like, here, let me see that. Perfect. She says,
okay, what page are you on?
We are on 226.
Oh, okay, I am there.
At the bottom.
Okay. Cool.
Her eyes widen. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
How do you do it? He's like, I don't. The pattern does. And he explains. He says, I'm a Tavern. For the longest time, there was a balance. In one town, someone would discover things or things were great, but then in another town, things would get fucked up. He says, but you see, I only get one side of the coin these days. Someone else is doing the bad. The Dark One injects horrors into the world, causing death, evil, madness. But the pattern is balanced. So it works through me to provide the other side. The harder the Dark One works, the more powerful the effect around me becomes. And then she's like, well, I guess there will never be good in this world. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And she says, will the pattern not balance it out? And he hesitates. He's like, huh. How can so is Elaine right with this, Kay, that if the pattern does the pattern just balance out the Dark One with Rand used to just carry balance with him and weird shit happened on both sides. Now he's just good. But if there is
so the harder the Dark One works, the more powerful the effect around me becomes. I'm just trying to grasp it still as a concept.
Yeah. Well, one thing we could cross out, which I've never really put two and two together until now.
4.
Like, at some point, the yin yang Aes Sedai symbol is just Rand and the Dark One. It's not men women, right? It's not light dark. It's those two.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm gathering from this.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, and for him to suss that out is fascinating because he's just like, he doesn't know this shit. He's just putting all the pieces together himself.
Two sides to a flipping coin. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
The Aes Sedai don't offer balance at all.
The Dark One.
The pattern is balance.
It's the pattern. Yeah.
Huh.
And it's interesting because
he talked through him to
not
provide the other side.
Isn't that great? Yeah, that phrasing is crazy. It works through him. That's the phrasing that we can spend. Like what does that mean? Like, so he was, and then later on he was talking about like free will, like, do I have a choice in the matter, right? And he was like really stressed out about that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's now like kind of like almost like in the female Aes Sedai like way, just like flowing with it. Like if he understands, like it's almost like he's at one with the pattern in a way, because if the pattern's fucking just like working through him, and he's now grasped and has this understanding of what the pattern is doing with him, like it's almost like symbiotic. Like this is all blowing my mind. I've not really like put all the shit in. This is all crazy. Yeah, this is so much fun. Because everyone's talking about, like, I mean, yeah, balance, but like at some level, like we're talking about the balance, the big balance, the balance of, you know, when we talk good and bad, we're talking capital G, capital B, right? Like, right? The good, the bad.
His answer isn't the most satisfying either.
No.
It says, quote, "So long as we care," Rand said, "there can be good. The pattern is not about emotions. It's not even about good or evil. The Dark One is a force from outside of it, influencing it by force." And then it says, and Rand would end that if he could.
And Rand.
Atlas shrugged. They give each other gifts. Rand gives Elaine something called a seed. Well, I mean, he gave her his seed like 8 months ago. But he also But he also he get one. And she's like, "Is it an angrial?" He's like, "No, it's a seed." It's like, so he says, "You have the talent of creating terangrial. Creating angrial requires a different process. It begins with one of these, an object created to draw your power and instill it into something else. It takes time and you'll weaken it for several months, so don't do it when we're at war. But when I found it, forgotten, I thought of you. I wonder what I can give you." And she's like, "Oh, I got something for you. Check this thing out. It's a dagger with a short, dull blade, and a handle made of deer horn wrapped in gold wire." He's like,
"It's a male dildo."
Male dildo. He's like, "You know, I'm really not up putting deer horn up my butt." And she's like, No. It's a terangrial. Yes. Something that may be of use to you when you go to Shia Ghul. With it, the shadow cannot see you.
If you put up your butt.
If you put it up it has to be rectally administered.
It's a terangrial suppository.
Terangrial?
Terangrial. That's great.
And then, quote, "They stayed together long into the night."
Yeah. Who is like this?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here,
And
get in
our
on this.
viewership
Get in on
went
this.
down.
Oh,
No
yeah.
way. I'm not.
Oh yeah, join the fun.
Guys,
Oh, all right, right, yeah.
I hear lady
You're
left.
Yes.
Oh, Josh is in.
Right?
Oh, Josh,
Josh.
get in. Yeah.
Josh,
Nom 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 nom.
Let us stop this madness.
Nom nom nom
Oh my
nom.
goodness.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, you
All
guys
right,
are just
all right.
looking more ridiculous.
All right. Whew.
Josh,
Yes.
were you listening?
That section you were just talking about is fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, break it down for us.
Break it down.
Thoughts.
Huh.
Thoughts. Josh thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you did a good job of summarizing it, Ryan. I mean,
Ryan, write this down.
I know.
Write this down.
I'm like my heart skipped a beat right there.
at
Did you hear
at
the
1
silence?
hour and 50 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yeah, I
July
did a
2nd.
good job.
Better clip that shit and save it in your diary.
Yeah.
See you, Ryan.
yeah, I mean,
Ryan's proudest moment.
Like we Dan and I were talking about like in like our funeral video, like, you know, in future cemeteries you'll just have like a video of your life and people can come like visit you and just like see like
Just have
obvious,
that on loop.
just
You summed that
Josh
up really well,
complimenting me.
You summed
Thank
that up
you.
really well, Ryan. You summed
Thank
that
you.
up really well.
You said that really well, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, there are some interesting. Well, first of all, the gifts. Let's talk about the gifts.
yeah.
What would you first make if you had a seed, guys? You're at war. You can make on
What kind of seed is it?
Unreal. Sangreal.
Oh, it's not.
Strap
Oh,
on grill. Strap
Oh,
on grill is amazing.
Strap on. God
Jesus.
damn it,
Jesus
Michael,
Christ.
so good.
Oh
God,
my gosh. You need to make more merch.
So,
So good.
what would you guys? What is Elaine going? How is she going to use this?
Something related to peace time, probably. Like,
Is she going to use it for war?
no. I
No.
don't think-
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. He's gonna use
Rand,
it to make the best sauna bath ever.
a whirlpool. Yeah.
A whirlpool, yeah.
Rand gets a dagger that it says the shadow cannot see you. First of all, where'd she get this thing?
From the collection in the White Tower, maybe? I don't know. From Tyr? When they found the stash?
Was this something that Avienda pointed out to her? Probably,
Yeah,
yes. Because how would she know?
Yep.
I imagine it's like as soon as he like is holding it, suddenly like the radar, they're like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Hey,
Go.
boss! My blip!" You know,
He's
tapping
gone.
the screen, like making, you know, when it's-
like
in Jaws.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Or
tap
like those
screens in Jaws.
gorillas who like charge people.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
You ever seen like gorillas in like zoos? They like charge and they hit the glass and they try and break it.
Oh, breakthrough. Uh-huh.
I've
Because
literally
like
never seen
like
that.
little fucking kids are like, oh, they like, and they're like, fuck you, and they just charge. Yeah, it's a thing.
Are you sure they just didn't think that like you were a threat to them, being that you're like 6'7", and they're like, ah, must attack first.
Oh, they actually laid
They're,
on
like,
their belly.
intimidated by you?
No,
know-
they saw me and they went to the glass and they laid on their belly and they asked me to like play with their wieners.
You know, this is probably the
Then it got
6-year
weird.
anniversary of Hammurabi's demise.
Hammurabi?
Hammurabi.
What?
Do you remember
Hard
Hammurabi?
Who?
Hammurabi codes.
Hammurabi, there was that kid that fell into the gorilla pit, and Hammurabi, like a baby, and Hammurabi
have sex with him?
picked it up and had sex with the baby. And put it back up into her vagina. They waited 9 more months. The baby came out, could walk, but had a whole lot of hair. It was crazy.
And what'd they name that? Baby. Whoa.
That was
Robin Williams.
Nana Robbie.
Yeah. Banana-rama Robbie?
Mini-rama.
Banana-rama.
Mini-rama.
So Harambe was a gorilla that was like, we don't know what was going to happen because they shot this thing, but the consensus is that Harambe was not going to kill this child, was going to nurture it. It knew that it was in stress, went to go capture it, and was going to have sex with it and put it back up into her uterus. So I guess it's a good thing she got shot. Anyways, all right, chapter 10. Oh, anything, Josh? While you're gone, anything in chapter 9? We
Dan, you got the 10 face slaps.
We did okay.
Damn.
Josh, 1 to 10. What do you rate broth and wild boar as a dinner?
8.
All right, yeah, it's a solid
8. Wow.
Yeah, I would say 8.
Okay, so wait, actually, Dan, hold on.
It's delicious.
Josh, how many times have you had broth and wild boar?
Can't say I have.
Oh,
broth
okay.
Pork, but not broth and wild
Well,
boar.
because he hasn't gone hunting for the boar and then brought the boar home and then gotten the bones to create the broth.
No, what I was thinking, right? Okay, what I was thinking was more like just like pork ramen or pho.
Right, pork ramen.
Like it's like wild boar pho.
Totally.
Wild boar
pho.
Yes, but see, in this instance, he still has to kill a wild boar to get these things. So if he's doing it the Josh way,
Josh knows the guy.
Apparently, in Texas, you could just fly helicopters with like a machine gun and kill wild boar. Like on with like what's his name, Ted Nugent on his ranch and shit.
Yeah.
Just
all right, everyone. Nova Garden has had a wild boar burger. All right, please tell us what it tasted like.
No, nobody cares. I want Josh to kill a boar and then make his broth.
One day.
All right, scale of Dan. Is the how close is it to chicken scale?
No, it's just 1 to 10. With 10 being great, 1 being not.
All right, G&G.
G&G, we're waiting. Chapter 10. So maybe he's gonna say it's a 10, right?
Maybe. That would be fitting.
Ooh, that would be fitting. Yes. Befitting.
Chapter 10 is called The Use of Dragons, and it has a dragon icon. And we start off, there's quite a few POVs. I'll just start going and talk to me, Josh, okay?
Yep.
But Perrin is writing, and Kay, you're there too. I'm sorry, you're outside of our mind. I couldn't see you.
I know.
So Perrin has his white cloaks. He's got his manners. He's got his Geldian. He's got some band of the Red Hand, and they're just routing. They're like they're riding by, trying to just get the Trollocs going, just shooting arrows and riding by. Elaine's like, "You need this shit to work." She's hanging out in Brainwood.
Yeah.
So Brainwood is about 150 miles.
It's a long way.
It is a long way, because once they finally get these Trollocs running, these soldiers are being chased for 150 miles, Kay. They're running to a forest 150 miles north. They're just going that way with Trollocs chasing them. Cray.
That's a lot.
And they run faster than humans, right?
They run way faster than humans.
And they're all on mounts.
Elaine sees Uno. She's like, Uno. Hey, what's
he's like,
up,
bloody
Uno?
fucking motherfucking cocksucking.
No flaming bath for me.
And he's like, oh, sorry. And she's like, no, you can fucking cuss. Go ahead, my cunt. And he's like, oh. And in fact, she like blows his mind. She calls him the son of a shepherd's boil. And he's like, the fuck? You call my mom that? You call my mom's a shepherd's... Yeah, whoa, I'm going to throw hands.
Yeah, he's going to throw hands and say, Jesus Christ.
It's like, that's my mom is a shepherd's boil?
Ew, gross.
You say that to Charles Barkley?
Brigitte likes Uno, was checking out his ass.
Checking it out on his posterior as he goes away.
We learned that Abel Cawthon is one of the commanders. Is this a smart choice, guys? I mean, is this a bet? Is this the best? Matt's dad.
Dad, just
is this the best we got?
Abel's amazing.
It says Abel Cawthon, Galeen, and Trom. Second commander of the Whitecoats. Trom, just as Trom. Ryan, are you smoking a bowl? I hear your letter.
My bad.
Let's see.
He was lighting his incense, Dan, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously.
White Cloak is still kind of condescending to her for being a nice Sedai.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's like, all right. She's like, you know what? This shit's taking too long. We need Camelin. We need a win like now.
Yeah, but that was a good point, Josh, because I forgot about that. It was really funny how disrespectful he was, because he just like kept on saying bloody this and bloody that, and she's like, it's okay, you can curse in front of me. And I just thought it was funny that bloody was like a curse word anyways, but then like how often he uses it, it was a nice little like comedic relief. I felt was
totally.
Elaine is a little bummed with the news she hears. She's like, what? They want to retreat already from the gap? The fuck? I thought Agomar was a great general. I guess he's just blah. And Bashir sets her straight. Bashir's like, hey, listen. Lord Agomar is the man. He's the man. Yeah. He says he's good enough.
He can't do it. No one can.
Yeah. I counsel that you shouldn't try to overrule Agomar. He deserves his reputation as a great captain, and he's there while we are far away. He will know what to do. And she's like, all right, fine.
His name's not Agoless.
Right?
It's Agomar.
It is Agomar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I fuck that up? Sorry.
No, you're good.
She took a deep breath. Yes. Tasha.
Nice.
Tasha.
Yeah, that was all in the delivery.
I got a couple.
All right.
I got a couple. Let's see.
You can't vape on YouTube.
You can.
Yeah, you can. I'm kidding. Ooh, I like that.
Thick and black.
There you go.
Oh no, you went there!
What?
Holy shit!
Well done.
Hey, I didn't write the book, okay? I am simply quoting.
All right. No, these.
Okay.
I need to be worried, Dan. I need to be worried. I need to get that surgery.
Anyway.
So Elaine gets to see the archers do their...
No. Josh, hold on. We got one more time shot.
Oh, nice. Lay it on us.
All right, last one. Elaine felt a different reaction as she watched Uno's backside.
Sure.
Oh, and I think.
Thank you for all that.
Oh wait, no, one more. I have one. Okay, I have one.
Dan, you
All
sarcastic. So funny. Go ahead.
He fondled something in his hands. Tasha.
Oh my gosh, I have so many more now on this one. Wait, on this page, are we at 234? Okay. He railed against the men. Tasha.
Nice.
Yes, railed against the men. Oh, one more. Okay, here we go.
Oh no, I've got two more. He liked to be there, but he wasn't watching. Sure. He fondled something in his hands. Sure.
Okay.
But I have one more. One more. Come with me.
What?
All right, I got two more.
Nice.
Hit the wood, groaning and yelling.
Yes! Yes!
Nice. Oh my god.
Wow, I gave you a clap.
Tossing her on her backside. In the end, she plugged the hoe. Tasha.
Oh, I have. I got two more plugged out. Okay. Okay, I texted you earlier and I said, all right, Dan, I'm using your rules.
Yep, do it. I've been waiting for this all day.
They approached the gap where warriors fought to keep the breasts contained. Tasha.
Nice.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, where they fought to wait, okay, tell me how that's not. I added one letter.
What page is it on? What page? You added a letter. I never add letters. I
added one letter.
You're not allowed to add.
Chop words and rearrange them.
There you go.
You can't.
All right, you know what? I'll give you a pass. I think that's a good one.
Where warriors fought to keep the breasts contained instead of the beasts.
That's good.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That one was for Dan anyways.
Thank you.
All right.
So we jump to Andrel. Andrel is drowsy. He's been given some drink.
Yeah, we learned that fork root works on men for the second time.
It's not listed at fork root here, but he doesn't at least know it. And Tame
what kind
seemed.
Of drink? Okay, go ahead.
I think it was like an espresso martini.
Yeah, it basically gives him like portal dick.
No, it was a Long Island iced tea, and it put him out cold.
Dan like whiskey dick.
Whiskey, portal dick.
We get it.
Portal dick. He's like he just can't like make these damn portals.
It's always better when you explain the joke, Ryan.
It's so much better.
Funnier,
oh my fucking god! Ouch. She like for real, like
for real. No, for real. Like fucking
bruv. Why you do me like that, bruv? You're bringing out the bruv.
All right. So Andrel, he's weeded out. He remembers that Tame is like, we need production. We need these things. We need these people turned down. no.
Yeah. He's like, step to it, pronto.
Pavera, it says he wanted to turn her next, apparently, and the process required the victim to be able to channel.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what's involved with this, but you can't be dosed on fork root if you're going to be
While
turned.
they're turning you, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tame says turn her next. And he's holding this disc. It says that he was fondling something in his hand, some kind of disc.
Drink.
Yeah.
I did that. We did that one.
Yeah. And he says, I want that woman turned by the time I get back. What is this disc?
I don't know. Dream Terangriel, maybe?
You know what the dream?
I think it's a Jackson. I think it's a Jackson 5 greatest hit.
Yeah, it might be Skeletons from the Closet, the Grateful Dead's greatest hits. Sugar Magnolia Blossoms.
The best of Boingo Boingo.
The best of, Boingo Live. Double CD.
That show's great.
Lan, he's been fighting there for less than a week. So we're seeing a little progression of time. A couple days have passed because he had only been there 2 days. Now he's been there less than a week. A week in Ranland time is 10 days. FYI. Right. So he's been less than 10 days.
That's ridiculous. Why? Why is a week 10 days? Hold on a fucking second.
Yeah, right?
It just is.
There's
ridiculous.
Explosions.
That's unnecessary. Oh.
Right now.
Continue, sorry.
That's right. There's Dreadlords, Daishan. Maybe as many as 24 that are blowing shit up. He's like, oh man, we're gonna have to abandon Malkir. He's like, Narishma, can you guys do anything? He's like, nah, no, we're gonna die.
Not really. Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, go to Queen Elaine, bring back channelers to cover our retreat. We'll be cut to ribbons without him. Go, man. And he's like, protect us. The gap is lost.
The gap is lost.
That's right. I'll just go over to
hey, Dan, what about Baby Gap?
Baby Gap is doing good.
Is Baby Gap still good?
Okay. It's a little overpriced, but if you need cool corduroy onesies, you got it.
Oh yeah, babies love to be like wrapped in corduroy.
No, it's more like if you want your baby to look like they're about to pop onto a tennis court and have brunch.
That's right.
You know.
Well, I like this.
Baby Gap.
Why is the week 10 days? Because the person who came up with the days of the week held up both hands and was like, this
is how many there are.
This is it.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's like my kind of math.
At least they don't have like daylight savings time in fucking the 10-day week.
Right.
Honestly, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Shit.
It's alright if their wheel just fucking starts turning again.
That would make me want to hit
direction
the wood.
every 1,000 years or so.
Grunting and yelling.
The gap is lost. All right.
The gap is lost.
Dude, guys, we're funny. We're funny. We're fucking funny.
The Elaine is bored as fuck. She's waiting for the rainwoods.
Yeah, but she is in a beautiful wooded area that seems to have a soul of its own.
That's right.
I just loved this imagery right here that is explained. I don't normally like to read a lot of the surrounding area stuff, and I just past it.
It is great.
But this was really quite beautiful. Gnarled ancient trees where it's gnarled fingers reaching out of the earth to feel the wind.
Yeah.
It's great.
It also says Elaine could feel 1,000 eyes watching her from the depths of the forest.
What does that mean?
She doesn't get out in nature very often, Ryan.
Who knows?
Is she just a narcissist? She thinks like
animals.
every animal is like, oh shit.
It's,
is
that the Queen of Andor?
There's
whoa, is that the daughter heir now queen?
Snow White action going
Protector
on
of the
here.
realm.
Every fucking bug. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, she thought about the stories. It said though, right? Like,
Dan, what about the stories? Don't be a fucking nincompoop, Dan. What about the stories?
Don't be a nincompoop.
She brings up like something that's uncomfortable about Brigitte's past. She's like, "Oh yeah, didn't I read a story about you?" She's like, "Yeah, I don't want to talk." Yeah, I was really hoping you know nothing about my backstory. What?
Yeah.
No,
she was like, I was so drunk that entire lifespan. Yeah.
Wasn't my best life. So.
Yeah.
So, that story? I really hoped you hadn't heard that story. All right, well, they deserved it, and that's why I did it. So.
You know, I was wild in my 20s.
And I was really polite about it. It's fine. I was like super nice about it. So I think it's justified.
Because you masturbate with your left hand, then?
No, I mean the 20s, like in my life cycles. Like
the flapper
my
days,
20th reincarnation through my 29th reincarnation.
Right.
Pretty wild. And yeah, I masturbated left-handed. So what?
Yeah.
Finally, there's some action. Elaine's like, God, finally, Archer, I can do something. Finally,
I can do something.
Brigitte's kind of a drag. She's cool if at a bar, if she's like, but I don't know if Elaine likes talking to her. She's like, I'm just going to sit on my horse and wait. Finally, they're coming. She's like, archers, wait up. Don't loose yet. And Tam's like, you know what?
Let him go.
She did the opposite of the maxim. She's like, archers,
tight.
Don't lose. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tight.
There he's going.
And he's like, yeah, the lads can hit him. If there's a Two Rivers guy that can't hit him, we're going to give him nuggies. And she's like,
he'll be a One River guy soon.
A One River guy.
We're going to take the owl off of his last name. Hi, Ranthor.
Not Halthor.
And yeah, so she's like, all right, cool, do it. And boy, did they ever. Shoo, arrows, Trollocs. Oh, ow.
Yeah, gee, I didn't sign up for this.
That's pretty much how it sounds like when they get hit. They go, ow.
I thought this was a reality show. Ugh.
This says here, come on, Elaine thought. And I thought, come on, Elaine.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. But I heard it because I had it on the audiobook, so I was like, "Come on, Elaine." I was like,
"Come on, Elaine." At this moment,
but I don't remember any other words. Then,
Elaine, come on,
no, you skip to the next. No, come on, Eileen. What's the next line?
Tyshar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
all right, Matt. Fuck.
Wait, I have Tyshar's too.
All right, do as Matt Sager says. Support our Patreon. Join our YouTube. We have memberships.
Yeah.
You get exclusive access to members of The Way of the Leaf.
It's just
actually, real quick.
Kicking it in Discord, so if you want to pop in, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun. That's a real good way to sell it, honey.
Hey.
You should be like, hey, everyone, it's going nuts in Discord. Wow, Jesus Christ. Like, I can't believe.
All the games. Yeah. What, Glenn? Keep your pants on.
I know, Jesus Christ, Glenn. I didn't know Glenn twerked.
Kidding.
But, no, Josh is considering holding a Magic the Gathering online game session for one of our game nights. So if you play Magic the Gathering, if you have a deck of any kind,
Commander deck specifically, but yeah.
If you have
Commander.
Say that again. Are you
a Commander deck? They used to be the Washington Redskins, but now they're the Commanders.
Can you start over?
All right, let's start over. All right, so Josh is actually Josh. Fucking, you just tell us what you want to do.
Let's pop
Josh,
Josh.
what are you doing?
Since he didn't give us a Ty Shard.
What's going on, Josh? I can understand.
I want to host a Commander game on Spell Table. Look in the chat, in the main chat on the Discord server. Give a thumbs up or a check mark on there if you're interested, and we'll reach out, figure it out.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but I want to be a part of it.
I want
to be a part of it.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what any of those things are, but I definitely want to be involved. Count me in. We'll see. If I don't,
So my crazy neighbor is like digging a bunker in his backyard. So he like, hey, let me show you what I built. Like, go in his backyard, like, do. And I look, and he's like built like a fucking, it's like a 2-story just structure, right? And you open the door. No, this is above ground. And like, you open the door, and he's like, yeah, this is going to be our workout room. We're going to put a TV over there. We're going to have like, put AC all over this place. And then he's like, oh, look at this. And he goes down and picks up a wooden plank, and then you look down, and it's a 25-foot hole.
Nice.
Right.
Drop it down in there.
And like, he has like a 25-foot ladder that's just like right there at the lip, goes all the way down. He's got a whole like pump system. He goes down there with his pressure washer, and he just blasts the shit out of the walls, and then like pumps some water out. And he's like, he fucking found gold, like the biggest hunk of fucking gold I've ever seen. And It was beautiful. And he's like, oh, look at this. He hands it to me. And he's like, yeah, this is like 5 times the size of the last gold thing I got. And he's like, the last gold thing I got $3,500 for. So this might be like.
But mind you,
I know.
Neighbor of ours has a tendency to embellish us.
But he also he's also have like an ancient Egyptian coin, and he fucking puts in my hand like what looked like it could very fucking well have been an ancient Egyptian coin.
And he found it under his house,
25 feet down. Yeah.
He found this ancient Egyptian coin in Sacramento, California.
Seems unlikely.
Yeah.
No, I know. He's like, I'm gonna dig further and find some Egyptian bodies.
Hey,
honest to God, and that's what he thinks. It's so funny.
I bet you he can reach China from there, Ryan. Tell him.
No, it's hey.
Tell
you know
him
what? Like, these are people you want to know.
He can talk to them.
Okay. If he dug a hole all the way and opened it up into an ocean, what would happen?
If he did?
He kept digging. He keeps digging. He gets to an ocean, the Indian Ocean, which is on the other side of the world.
Oh, so
what happens to all that water? Does it
drains into the hole, presumably?
Does it drain into the hole? Suddenly we have an ocean?
Suddenly we have an ocean in our backyard.
The Salton Sea gets filled back up?
I would assume
that's actually a really fascinating question, Dan. I don't know if it's that cut and dry.
It's not. There's a core. You can't reach an ocean.
That easy.
No, I know, but imagine. Okay. Yeah, fuck the core. No, fuck the core.
Yeah. Okay, that's the problem with this hypothetical.
No. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Disregard the absolute crazy molten core. Let's imagine. Yeah. You're fucking. It's a big. The thing. We have the Earth. no core, but we're still good. We're still good. And then we like dig from one half all the way to the other and hit an ocean. Literally.
Honestly, I just hope he builds it big enough to house our family as well. And that he makes it nice enough that we all have our own bathrooms. And
no, that's a given. Don't worry about it. That's
no, he loves you guys.
I really want them.
For whatever reason, that guy loves you guys.
Oh yeah, he was showing me engines today. He was like turning different engines off and on for me. It was it was all exhilarating. But brother Dan, like, let's talk about Earth, and then circumnavigated with the line. If you hit water, I imagine gravity from this side, because gravity is like all on all the surface. It'll push it. Figure this out, right? But like, what will happen at the halfway point?
Right? Does it go past the halfway point?
Does it just stop?
A good question.
Well, does that also mean that there's no like water table? Like, how far can this guy dig before he hits water, like groundwater?
Well, that's no.
I know, but yeah.
The idea is like we cut across the actual Earth, found an ocean, like
it would drain it because you're drilling the bottom. You're making a big hole into the bottom, right? And all the weight is like on top. And so once it's like pulling the plug, and it's like, I think the whole ocean would start to swirl in a big whirlpool and start to go down, and then a big whale will plug it, and it'll be like,
I know. Well, I mean, that's actually probably more likely than this. But like, what about the gravity on the other side of the world, pushing down on the hole we just made?
Chapter, please.
All right, let's finish chapter.
Seriously.
All right, so Elaine's plan works. She was hoping that the mirror draw were going to go around the outside, and promenade. And guess what? That's where all her dragons were. Her dragons, boom, boom, boom. She muffles her ears. She muffles. She doesn't muffle her baby's ears.
Water's protecting.
What? No, they're rumbling in the amniotic fluid. She should not have been so close. It says she could feel the blast jolt the ground, shake the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's doing damage to all of her children.
Jesus Christ!
Irreparable.
They're just in there, just like
what's going on?
Just like gummy. I picture them like gummy bears floating in her belly.
That's exactly how I picture them, right?
Yeah, two gummy bears just like shaking, not happy. God damn it, Dan! You find literally everything wrong with Elaine. like the level. No one in the world has thought this until you said this right now. You hate.
I do love.
I mean, honestly,
I do love the kind of commentary on war at the end of this chapter.
Right. Yeah, so Brigitte has issues with what she just witnessed. She just saw artillery for the first time used in real combat. And the results were devastating. There were body pieces everywhere. It says many of the trees had been shattered into splintered trunks. Thousands of trollocs lay in smoldering pieces, many blown off the road completely. Arms, legs, strands of coarse hair, pieces lay scattered amid holes in the ground, fully 2 places wide. Only blood, broken bones, and smoke remained. This, Brigitte has lived many lives, and she's like, I've never seen this, like, ever.
Yeah.
Has she just never lived in like a modern wartime? Like yeah, I guess not.
She's a big baby.
She says Elaine's like, don't you see? There won't be war anymore. We win this, and there will be pieces ran in tents. Nobody but Trollocs would go into battle knowing they face weapons like these. This is nuclear arsenal, right? It's
right.
a deterrent through force.
The nuclear threat.
Yeah, it's working well for.
And Brigitte like, quote, maybe I have less faith in the wisdom of people than you do.
Right.
But it says the first step in destroying this Trolloc army has been taken.
I have some Tashars.
Okay. You have some?
I do.
Okay.
All right. Okay, hold on. It was difficult to feel tiny wood. Tashar.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nice.
You got more?
I do. Just had to get my page turned.
I'll turn your page.
Oh, what was I thinking? I don't know. That's not one. Oh, here. Pushing through the underbrush.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, sometimes.
So what are we reading next week? 11 through 14?
We are reading 11 through 14. Correct.
Cool.
Oh, one other thing. They do have something called explosive roar sticks.
The roar
sticks. Slinging. Are these grenades?
Dynamite?
Or are they just like
dynamite or grenades? Yeah, shrapnel grenades.
Okay. Yeah, all this stuff is stuff that never happened before. Yeah, go ahead, Kat.
No, I have a question for Josh. Just like about Fail and Perrin, what do you think is going to go down with that whole situation? How do you think they're going to? Okay, well, I'm being played off.
No, it's
Clearly,
all right.
Oh, no.
So,
What whole situation?
Oh, about Fail and Perrin, like Fail taking over his whole army and having the Horn of Valier, and like Perrin just going off with Rand because he feels like that's where his loyalty lies.
Nice, yeah.
Not to sway your opinion.
I don't know. I mean, it seems fine to me.
I feel, how I feel about it.
Fail's trained in the art of war, I think. So.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking. Like, how do you think this is going to play out? Like, what are your predictions as far as like Perrin being there with Rand, I guess, and like Fail going through? I mean, you were saying like she's experienced. You think she'll be all right?
I think so. Yeah.
And like, do what though? What is?
She's gonna be running the supplies, right?
It's just supplies. Like, there's no more to that army. They're not doing anything else. They're just mess people. Like, that's it.
And she's also gonna hold on to the Horn of Valier.
The Horn of Valier, right?
Which is fucking huge.
Right.
And phallic.
It's a normal sized horn.
Which is big and heavy and important. So, yeah, okay. All right, guys. Get it. Thank you.
Yeah. She didn't say where she was going to hold it.
Where are you going to hold that horn, baby?
You know exactly where she's storing that horn.
Oh, my God. Hey, let's say
else?
it. I want to say hello to Gul Karamazov. All right, I'm gonna read this. In a memory of life, Brigitte is losing more and more of her memories as the story goes on. It's possible she experienced this type of warfare before, but no longer recalls a lot of the
That's
things.
A really good point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gul.
Yeah. That is good.
Hey.
Hi, hello.
Yeah. Gul is my favorite Karamazov brother. Let me just tell you that. Of the brothers Karamazov, Gul is my favorite.
Yeah. I have always thought that too. The brothers Karamazov. I prefer Gul.
Yeah. We're Gul fans. We're Gul stands.
Goldie Cotton.
Gul stands.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're glad you're here.
Yeah. Awesome.
Guys, we're doing 11.
I'm looking forward to these next chapters.
Yeah, they should be cool. So we see that although we have a chapter called The Last Battle, the Tarmogeddon has begun.
Right.
Yeah, shit's going down.
Shit is starting to go down, yeah.
Yep. Boolin dies. R.I.P. Boolin.
Sorry, Boolin.
Yeah.
Also, the Ogiers are on board, which is so cool. And
fuck yeah!
There's not just like a few dozen of them. There's like
every single one of them.
Every single Ogier, which was amazing and fun.
Like seriously, like if you had a choice, like give me 1,000 like horsemen, give me 1,000 archers.
Not a question.
Give me 1,000 Ogier
any day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh hell yeah.
But Elaine's like,
give me a lot of mushrooms and a lot of Ogier.
You guys just keep singing into those trees. I'm gonna talk to my boy parent. Yeah, you keep singing there, Loyal.
Honestly,
yeah, your wife has hot ears.
Just never stop singing.
Yeah, your wife is so hot, Loyal. I know. What? Loyal's like trying to cuck her out. He's like,
I know. He's constantly like, did you see her ears? Look at
her
fucking ears.
Look at
the
that.
only ones that could make the Ogiers into a dirty thing or like less than what they are.
No, if you hear like, yeah, no, he like just if you just replace tits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tits.
Yeah. Damn, I fucking love you.
You want a piece of that?
Bye.
All right. With that, everyone, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Run for your lives.
This
This is the way to leave.